Alright, YouTubers, welcome back to War Thunder Ground Forces with the Angry Nerd. And today, we're going to take a look at the French Char 2C. Now, the Char 2C, also known as the FCM 2C, was a French post-World War I heavy tank landship, later considered a super heavy tank. It was, in total volume or physical dimensions, the largest operational tank ever made. The Char 2C was the only super heavy tank ever to attain operational status. A super heavy tank is not simply a tank that is very heavy, but one that has been deliberately made much heavier than regular tanks of its period. The next operational tank of roughly the same weight would be the 70-ton German Tiger II heavy tank of World War II, of which nearly 500 were produced. On September 15, 1916, the British introduced their Mark I heavy tank at the Battle of Somme. The French, witnessing the impact of the British tanks, envisioned an ultimate breakthrough tank for a final offensive that had been planned for March 1919, sometimes referred to as the Hindenburg Line Assault. This char de rupture, or breaking tank, was pioneered by two generals in the French army, General Jean-Baptiste Eugene Estienne, proponent of the Schneider CA-1, and General Leon Augustin Jean-Marie Muret, backer of the heavily armed but cumbersome Saint-Chamond. Both the CA-1 and the Saint-Chamond had long hulls which significantly protruded past their tracks. As a result, they struggled in rough terrain, especially when it came to crossing trenches. Although the two generals had been at odds with their competing tank projects, they would eventually come together to work on the FCM-1A prototype. Estienne envisioned a heavier tank that could successfully navigate the terrain in which previous designs had failed. The result of this request was the FCM-1A. The 1A project was commissioned in October 1916, and the 1A was put on trial December 1917, months later than originally planned. During trials, the 1A proved that its design allowed it to conquer difficult terrain. The trials were filmed showing the 1A climbing steep slopes, conquering deep ditches, and crossing wide trenches. Despite the success of the prototype in trials, the 1A never went into production, partly due to the experience FCM gained from creating and testing the 1A. This experience led FCM to propose a multitude of more modern and battle-ready designs. The largest of these designs would be accepted for production as the FCM Char 2C, which was to be ready for production by February 1918. The Char 2C had a loaded weight of 69 tons, partly because of its armor, which was among the thickest of World War I era tanks, but mostly because of its huge size. It is the largest tank ever taken into production. With the tail fitted, the hull was over 12 meters, 39 feet 4 inches long. Without the tail, the hull length was 10.37 meters, 34 feet. The width was 2.95 meters, 9 feet 8 inches, and the height, with the main turret cupola detached for transport, was 3.8 meters, 12 feet 6 inches. With the main turret cupola installed, the height was 4.08 meters, or 13 feet 5 inches. The long track length, along with the narrow body, hampered its steering and its maneuverability. Its large size and weight made transportation difficult, reducing its strategic mobility as well. To move the tank by rail, they had to be slung between two specially built rail wagons, a process that took around 4 hours to accomplish. The armor thickness was 30 millimeters at the front, 22 millimeters at the sides, 13 millimeters on the top, and 10 millimeters on the bottom. In 1930 and 1931, the vehicles were later upgraded with frontal armor of 45 millimeters. Within the hull, there was room for 2 fighting compartments. The forward compartment was crowned by a 3-man turret, the first such in history, armed with a shortened 75 millimeter field gun of the Canon D75 model 1897 type, firing at a muzzle velocity of 550 meters per second or 1,800 feet per second, and had an ammo load of 124 rounds. The front turret, made of 35 millimeter plates, was placed so high that the crew had to climb up into it by means of a ladder, sitting on seats suspended from the turret roof and operating on an elevated level compared to the hull machine gunners below. The second turret, or rear turret, was made of 22 millimeter thick plates and armed with a Hotchkiss 8 millimeter machine gun. 3 hull-mounted independent 8 millimeter machine guns and ball mounts, one on each side to the right and left of the driver, and one in the front, gave protection against enemy infantry assault. Both of the Char 2C's turrets featured stroboscopic cupolas as a solution to the problem of direct vision from inside the turret. The stroboscopic cupolas had an inner cylindrical frame that had thick glass vision blocks. Around this was a thick 30 millimeter armored shield with narrow vertical slots spaced evenly, rapidly rotating the external cylinder. 300 RPMs with an electric motor for the Char 2 tank design created the visual illusion of seeing through the cupola as if it was not there due to the human persistence of vision effect. The tank required a crew of 12, driver, commander, gunner, loader, 4 machine gunners, mechanic, electrician, assistant electrician/mechanic, and radio operator. The fighting compartments were connected by the engine room. In the original design, 4 engines had been planned, but this was reduced to 2, each track being powered by its own engine via an electrical transmission. A corridor tall enough for a crewman to stand upright ran between the 2 engines, allowing the 2 electricians to consistently attend the complex apparatus. 7 fuel tanks, 4 to the left and 3 to the right, containing 1,260 liters of fuel, gave it a range of 150 kilometers. Designed to negotiate the challenging terrain of trench warfare, the 2C had obstacle crossing mobility. The Char 2C could cross a trench 4.25 meters wide, enough to pass a typical canal in northern France. A vertical obstacle of 5.5 feet could be climbed along with a 70-degree slope. The wading capacity was 4.5 feet and ground clearance was 1.97 feet. The Char 2C was developed during World War I with a World War I battlefield in mind, but it was not deployed until after the war. 10 tanks were built in 1921. Although they remained operational, their military value slowly decreased as more advanced tanks were developed throughout the 1920s and 1930s. By the end of the 1930s, they were largely obsolete. Their value at the start of World War II was largely propagandistic. With the French declaration of war against Nazi Germany in September 1939, the Char 2Cs would finally have a reason to be mobilized for their intended use, 18 years after their completion. Plans had evolved for using the 2Cs as intended, breaking through the German lines in the event that the Polish managed to hold off the German invasion. Poland, however, did not hold out against the combined onslaught of Germany and the USSR, and thus the French offensive never occurred. This resulted in no 2Cs ever seen active combat during World War II. At this point, only 8 of the 2Cs were still in operational order. All of the Char 2Cs had been organized into their own unit in July 1935, the 51st Heavy Tank Battalion in English. When the German invasion of France occurred in June 1940, the French High Command kept the 2Cs away from the front lines for a number of reasons. First, their role was to be an assault tank, not a defensive tank. Although the 75mm main armament would have been effective, the armor on all the 2Cs except Normandy was comparatively subpar to most other tanks of the period. Had the 2Cs been thrust into battle, they would have been large, lumbering targets for anti-tank weapons and outmaneuvered by German Panzer IIs, IIIs, and IVs. Secondly, the 2Cs at this point were deemed much more valuable as propaganda tools and morale boosters. As the Germans rapidly gained ground, 6 of the 2Cs were loaded onto their rail cars and sent south with the hopes of reaching Dijon. 2 more of the 2Cs were in a state of disrepair and were destroyed to prevent German capture. For a majority of the 2C landships, the June 1940 ride south was to be their final voyage, when their train had to stop near Meuse-sur-Meuse station due to a German attack, which blocked the railway ahead. The crews of the 6 2Cs realized that they would not have time to escape with the tanks. On June 15, 1940, the crews rigged explosives to the tanks to prevent capture by the Germans and left. One tank, number 99 Champagne, failed to have its charges detonate, and 2 additional 2Cs were not catastrophically damaged. These 3 tanks were captured by German forces. The Germans tested their anti-tank guns against the frontal 45mm armor on Char 2C number 90 to determine its armor characteristics. Some sources state that Char 2C number 99 Champagne was transported to Berlin and exhibited as a war trophy, and that after the war, the Red Army transported it to the Soviet Union in 1945. There is some speculation that it is still in Russian possession somewhere. Who knows, maybe being refurbished for possible deployment to Ukraine. Now in War Thunder Arcade, the Char 2C is a rank 2 heavy tank in the French tech tree with a battle rating of 2.3. It has a 795 horsepower engine propelling the 70-ton vehicle to a top speed of 12 miles per hour. Its main armament is a 75mm APX cannon model 1897 with a maximum ammo load of 128 rounds. Its secondary armament consists of 2 8mm Hotchkiss machine guns, Now I have it assigned to an expert crew with a crew level of 150, which gives me a reload of 5.8 seconds on the 75mm cannon. Okay, so what do I think of the Char 2C here in War Thunder Arcade? Well, this is another slow, lumbering vehicle that takes forever to get into the fight. But I actually like the Char 2C. And although it may take some time to actually get to the action, when you get there, you can bring the pain. The 75mm gun is enough to handle almost all the tanks you will face on the battlefield. Almost. There are some exceptions, and I will list a few. You will have trouble penetrating the frontal armor of the Sherman 105, KV tanks, T-34s, even the Panzer IIIL can give you problems from the front. So be patient. Wait for them to give you the side. In the meantime, shoot at some tanks that you can kill. But remember, this tank was designed for the World War I battlefield. You are slow and an easy target, and your armor will be easily penetrated by almost everything. Your saving grace is you have a huge crew and really good gun depression. Use cover and the reverse side of slopes and hills to hide your hull as much as possible. Now that being said, why don't we take a look at a couple of my games in the Char 2C. Here we go. Alrighty. We have picked up Sinai. I actually really enjoy this map. And it doesn't matter which side I'm on. I like both of them. This is one of my favorite maps. We are on the northern side, and I think I'm going to take the easternmost spawn point right here. And we're going to head up around C6 to a rock up there. And see, it's going to take us a little bit to get up there, but hopefully all of the enemy team will not have made their move up to B. You know what? I don't know if actually going all the way to that rock will benefit me. Let me see. I'm debating whether to keep going straight and go up toward this rock or just kind of go to the right and use the backside of this little slope here, maybe to get a shot off. I don't see anybody making a run for B, so oh, hold on. Somebody right there. Oh, I missed them. Be still, you. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's head back. Ooh, look at there. Let's see. Oh. I'm going to choose the Crusader. Dang it. Because I didn't have HE loaded. Dang. Oh, dang. You know what? He made me pay for shooting at that Crusader first, so we're going to take out this air battle. Took out 2 of my crew members. Would have shot him first if I had HE loaded, but I didn't figure I would do a lot of damage to him, so I chose the Crusader and hoped he wasn't going to shoot at me, but he did. Where's he at? There he is. Alright. Okay, we took him out. Let's see. Oh man, he turned just in time. But he didn't get away with that. A T-28. He survived. M22. Got him. Let's see. T-28's behind a rock. Alright, we're gonna move up. Dang it. Oh man, we got some people down here too. T-28 is back out. He just fired. Panzer III-E. We got him stopped. Dang it. There we go. BT-7 over there. Oh, he's behind the hill. Oh. Oh, that was lucky. Yes. Oh, M3. Can I get him? I hit him. Alright, we're going to take out this air battle. Let's see if I can tuck in behind this rock here a little bit. I think the Locust thinks I'm good cover. Oh, I'm starting to lose control. Dang it. I don't get to drop my bombs. That was worthless. Horrible bombing run. Another twofer. Ooh, T-28. Another bombing run. Maybe we can actually get some bombs on target this time. There's a light tank right there. See if we can get him. Oh, 105 can be tough. Let's see if we can give him a couple of bombs. We're not going to stay and try to fly that out because these guys are coming up here from the side. Gotta be careful crossing these open spaces. And this thing is so slow. Alright, what do we got? Oh, nice kill on the M3. Those can be hard to handle sometimes. Alright. Looks like we're taking the third cap point. This game is going to start wrapping up pretty quickly. But somebody's still around to drop arty on me. But, you know, that could be friendly. Who knows? Just going to try to work our way over here and see if we can find something to shoot at. Oh, there are some enemy vehicles over here. I'm not making it there very quickly. Nice. Nice, that's an extra. These are like bonus. It's a bonus round. Come on. Can we get one more? He's behind buildings. Don't kill him. Let me get there. Oh. Let's see. Maybe is he gonna right through here? Yes! Excellent. Alrighty. Nice. Alright. Ground Force Rescuer. Adamant. Teamwork. Multi-strike. Triple strike. Multi-strike 4. Tank Rescuer. Avenger. Professional. Shadow Strike Streak. Without a miss. Survivor. And Heavy Metal Hero. First place in the team. 15 kills. 95% battle activity. Alright, who else had the Char-2? Let's see. I know I saw one at the beginning of the game. There, this guy also had a Char-2. Alrighty. I'm satisfied with that. Alright, we picked up Corellia. We're on the northern side of the map, and we're going to take this westernmost spawn point. And I guess you say we're going to come up around guess it would be B3? Don't try to go straight across up there in this vehicle because you're going to get sniped. Try to get over here on the reverse side of this slope so that you got a little cover heading over there. I'm a little vulnerable right here, but I'll be okay when I start going down this hill. All these guys. Oh, hold on. I couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. It was very dangerous. but you could see how many people were shooting. If you try to come straight across, you're just gonna get waxed. Oh, there's a T-28 there. I have a shot on him. Let's try it. Nice. We've got an attacker, but hold on, T-28. Oh, I did not get anything. Yes. Oh, there's a Stewart. Oh, look at him bounce that. P-26. Gotta raise it and pull it a little more forward. Come on. There we go. Another T-28. Be still. Tetra. Dang it. Who's shooting at me? Is that the Tetra? Shoot at me? Alright. Got a bombing run. Alright, we got 4 bombs. Lots of targets to choose from. See if I can find people who are grouped together. Maybe I'll drop one here on B just to try to clear that up a little bit. Oh, the Valentine. See if we can get him. Oh, T-28 got knocked out, so we'll give you and you. We'll see if we can fly this out. 4 targets destroyed. Look at there. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, T5. I missed him. Look at him bounce it. Come on. He didn't bounce that one. Oh, shoot. What the heck? Dang. Thought I was going to get me another T-28. What we got here? Panzer 3. Missed him. Got him. BT-42. Oh, he moved just in time. Alright, let's see if we can get eyes on this Daimler. Missed him. There's a Stewart. He made it behind cover. Alright, we're going to back out and take this air battle. We got an enemy fighter coming after us. Got 3 bombs. Let's see. You. Oh no. I'm out of control. I'm out of control. That was less than successful. There we go. There's that BT-42. Oh, Char. I totally missed him. Come on, reload. There we go. T-28. Oh, come on. Reload. Dang it. Okay. They have at least 2 of the 3 caps. No, we're taking 2 back. Oh, there's an air battle. I'm out in the open. I don't know. Hold on. Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's see if I can get up here behind this rock. I don't think I'm going to make it. Hopefully it's going to be here when I get back. Alright. Let's put the nose down. Get some speed. Got 4 bombs. Let's give them to whoever I see. Oh, did I not drop one? Dang it. Alright, let's see. Alright. Had to bail out. And we survived. Let's see if I can back up this hill and get a shot on that vehicle I saw across the way for a second. No. Alright. Let's go see if we can find anything. There's an enemy on B. He has taken the B cap. Or he is taking the B cap. I don't know what I said before. And we just lost a friendly over around C, so I know there's an enemy over there somewhere, but I don't see him on the mini-map. Alright, enemy is taking C. Man, we're doing a whopping like 4 or 5 miles per hour, 8 miles per hour. Come on, come on. Get up here. Oh, what? Let's do the turret. There we go. Let's see. You know what? I don't want this guy sneaking up behind me, so we're going to see if we can deal with him first. Oh man, that was good. You did good, dude. Dang it. All right. I'm glad that friendly went on up to B. I thought he was going to do that. Now let's see. We can drop any of these bombs on this enemy vehicle that I see here, who appears to be shooting at me. What are you doing? Let's get out. Dang it, dude. Get off me. Okay. Woo! Alright. First strike. Don't get that very often in this vehicle. Ground Force Rescuer. Shadow Strike Streak. Triple Strike. Multi-Strike 4. Triple Strike. Ground Multi-Strike 4. Safe and Sound Additional Reward. Safe and Sound Bomber. Adamant. Multi-Strike. Assist Streak. Tank Rescuer. Avenger. Professional. Without a Miss. Survivor. Heavy Metal Hero. And Balancer. First place in the team. 18. Alright. 98% battle activity. Alrighty. Alright, I'll take that all day and twice on Sunday. You know what? I wonder if that last kill counted. Let's go check. There it is right there. It came after the awards, so that one didn't count. But I need to stop being greedy. I'm happy with 18. Okay, this video has gotten way out of hand. It is really long. So let me just say, I hope you enjoyed this look at the FCM Char 2C. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, don't. Subscribe if you would. But as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Nerd out.